Welcome, everyone. We're glad to have you here for our session on leveraging the power of co-creation to drive student-centered collaboration at MITx. Now, to start you off, I would like to leave you with a thought. This equation is used to describe something that we strive for in active collaboration. Now, what this means is that the result of two things collaborating produce a greater result than the sum of their individual parts. So, why is collaboration important? Now, collaboration is an essential life skill for career readiness, personal development, and overall well-rounded shared social learning. Collaborative learning theory suggests that group learning actually helps students develop their higher level thinking, oral communication, self-management, and leadership skills, and students also have the opportunity to build upon their leadership and organizational skills. Collaborative learning theory is rooted in Lev Vygotsky's idea of zone of proximal development. Now here, learners rely on one another to accomplish tasks that they otherwise wouldn't be able to complete individually. And collaborative learning is key for developing critical thinking skills, and it even suggests that students retain more information when working in groups. So what does this mean post-COVID? Now, in order to design a course, we need to analyze what the teachers need and what the desired learning outcomes are, so that we can design the course appropriately, develop the course, implement it, analyze it, etc. The problem with this is that when they design the course, teachers do not have the tools needed to scale and reach the full potential of this course. So in order to manage the desired level of collaboration, they have to do workarounds which are not nearly as effective for the learning outcomes of the students. This takes extra time, and what this means is that designers do not have the tools to develop the amazing course that our students need. This is where we come in. Now, we ensure that the development side is done well, and we help with the implementation so that the course can reach its full potential. So the question is, what are our objectives for driving collaboration in higher education? We want to expedite the use of skill-based curriculum, inclusivity, and connectedness. Now, education should be more inclusive, and it should cater to diversity. Students should be equipped with the transferable skills that enable lifelong learning and professional flexibility. We should, with the teachers and institutions, be the technological means to a pedagogical goal. The teachers are the ones with all the great ideas, so we want to leverage that and facilitate the creation of higher quality learning activities for future generations. So who are we? We are a group of educators, developers, and experts who are driven to improve the world by encouraging active learning in education at scale. Now, we address collaboration with a two-pronged approach. So we collaborate with teachers and institutions to facilitate the student collaboration at a higher order. We co-create these innovative pedagogical tools, which are designed to increase student engagement and collaboration. These tools embed into your LMS, and they allow for the design of more flexible and scalable asynchronous learning activities for teachers. And in turn, this creates a more positive learning experience for the students. So how do we co-create with the Do Tank? In collaboration with experts and from other partner institutions, our Do Tank builds new technically supported learning activities to the proposed challenges and opportunities of the institution. Our partner comes to us with a problem, and they work with us together to create a solution, eventually finding its way into our tool suite as a functionality or even a new pedagogical tool. Many tools and features that we still have today originated as Do Tank projects. So we connect with the innovators. We discover the validated pedagogical methods. We gather the best ideas, and then we select which are the best ideas. The concepts with the most potential are then selected. They enter the Do Tank. And then first, as you can see, we've identified and defined the problem. Then we design it with the institution. We develop it to adhere to a learning management system and to integrate properly. And then we validate with these institutions. And then a new tool emerges. We share it in the tool suite with all of our partners. And this collaboration is just one example of the way that 1 + 1, again, equals 3. This collaboration is something that Separately, we would not be able to achieve, but together we've achieved something even greater than the sum of our two parts separately. What ideas and tools or features have we come up with so far? Now, I want to show you a specific example of a tool that we created with MITx. The teaching team at MITx were tasked with turning their Masters of Engineering in Advanced Manufacturing and Design program into a new online graduate level program, whilst maintaining the practice of open-ended learning. Now, open-ended learning is the core element in all of their master's programs, from management, social sciences, humanities, to their STEM courses. And this means that the courses would cover certain open-ended assessment types, such as problem-based learning, case studies, open-ended analyses, and writing, in-class debate, and reflection. Open-ended assessment is easy to facilitate in face-to-face classrooms. However, it's much more challenging in MOOCs as it requires a scalable method for grading and facilitation of both self and peer review. Instructors from MIT needed to find a way to capture this open-ended learning environment in an online setting, which led to the collaboration with FeedbackFruits. Now, together with MITx, we developed a tool called the discussion assignment, which could achieve the goals for the open-ended MOOC course, which were to capitalize on the potential of flexibility in MOOCs, assessment at scale, and open source learning, as well as to leverage class interactions for both knowledge formation and student assessment. But it's better to describe this tool through an example of a learning activity. For one of their mechanical engineering courses, which lasted for 12 months with 80 students, the students were required to write and submit a report based on the materials covered in the face-to-face sessions. The entire process was facilitated within the discussion assignment tool with an LTI integration into the LMS and can be summarized as follows. Step 1, the teachers outlined the instructions and guidelines for the students. Step 2, students submitted their reports. Step 3, the students would engage in an online discussion, comment on each other's reports, and they can upvote and even reply to the comments from other students. The instructor reviews the process and even joins the discussion, and then the students reflect on the discussion of their work. Now, according to the instructor, the results of the adoption were positive. The discussion assignment supported constructive learning, and the discussion acts as a form of correction, addition, and confirmation of students' knowledge. The seamless LTI integration allowed students to focus on the learning instead of the tool, as well as foster open source learning, where students could benefit from different perspectives, opinions, and their thinking was actually broadened by the depth and thoughts of their ideas. Now, some students' reactions. One student says, "I appreciate the community for the support, especially when there are people from various backgrounds and different amounts of experience giving their perspective to the proposals." Another student says that initially they were thinking one-dimensionally, but while interacting with their fellow students and teacher, their perspective actually changed dramatically. Now, in the true spirit of collaboration, we would like to receive some of your feedback and some of your ideas. So what we did is we created a sandbox environment specifically for COLTT, where you will be able to go in and engage in a discussion as a student. So follow the URL and use the login details provided below, and feel free to explore, engage, and discuss via our discussion assignment tool. I'm sure you've heard this many times before, but let me say it again. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you.